Hello, my name is Liz. It is a new day, so let's jump on in it. I want to talk about high schoolers and what you can do with your homeschooling high schoolers. First of all, it's important to understand that your high schoolers, they are independent. Have been through the junior high. They know how to rotate through their classes. They know how to keep their stuff together. They're taking classes that now really have purpose in their minds, and that's for learning the skills of their choice, what they want to get really good at, and then going off to college for some of them. And they are in a emotional state and various emotions they might be having. I'll give you some suggestions, and then I would highly recommend that you go and talk to your children and ask exactly how they're feeling. Because a ninth grader is probably going to be pretty happy. They're going to be frustrated. They're going to be happy that they're home and frustrated that they can't see their friends. And the 10th grader is going to feel pretty much safe because they're not newbies coming in. They've already been through the end of the year finals. They've already experienced a whole year and a half of school. And so they're like, I got this thing down. I got it. An 11th grader is going to be maybe in shock. Any of these could apply to any of these grades, but the junior has got time, but they also know that what they're doing in their junior year is going to affect the colleges that they apply to. It's going to they're nervous, but the seniors, they've got probably have grief of the things, the loss, the disappointment. They waited from the time they were a freshman to waiting to be a senior. Well, they rule and they own everything, and then they're almost done, and here's the last semester, and it's going to be awesome, all the things we're going to do. They've had 11 years of this expectation of graduation from high school, and as a senior, then it is nothing like they've expected. And they are 17 years old, probably 18, and they're struggling. This is not the plan. This is not the plan. They might be concerned about their GPAs because how am I going to get into college? Just remember and remind them, it's not just your city. It's the entire United States. Everything is topsy-turvy for everybody. Extensions are going to be made. Things are going to change. It's going to be okay. Just breathe. Teach them to take in the breaths. And then you're going to step in and you're going to help, because you're going to show them that you are there for them, that you can offer some of the skills you have. You have skills. You might not be a teacher, but you as a parent have skills. What do you do for a job? If you're a cook, you know how to cook. Teach your kids how to cook. You can incorporate all those math subjects into there. You may say, well, that's not trigonometry. You're true. That's true. But it's still teaching them a life skill. They may not ever use trigonometry when they graduate, but they're certainly going to need to know how to cook. Maybe you are a janitor. I was a housekeeper for years in hospitals. I can teach my kids how to clean. If they haven't been cleaning, shame on me. But you can teach them. If you're an astrophysicist, you can teach them some things. You have some skills. They might not be an astrophysicist in the making, but you still have skills. You have math skills that you can share. You have some science skills that you can share. So I want you to think about this. When homeschooling parents come together, we are not good at everything. We have our foils that everybody else has too. We don't know how to do everything. So what we did when we got into that age, into junior high and high school, we had a co-op that had both. There was junior high classes, there were high school classes. And so each parent, we got together and said, this is what I want to teach my kids this year. This is their student schedule. And what are some things that we can teach together so that we aren't doing the same kind of work that we could do all together. So you can get a Zoom room, you've been hearing me talk about that in all these different videos, and have parents with different skills. Somebody that's good at science. Would you teach this biology class that our freshman kids are doing? If you don't have online teaching and now it's up to you, here is a way to do it. Ask another parent. Maybe they're not even a parent. Maybe they have no kids. They're just, retired people that would say, sure, I'll do this. I'll give my skills. And they will offer teaching for free online so that your kids don't fall behind. And it might be really exciting to learn from a different teacher this different topic, because everybody has a different solution for getting through your schoolwork and understanding, you know, like me with my fractions, right? I just needed someone else to say it in a different way. And then I'm like, oh, now I get it. So what we did was we had different parents who said, okay, I will teach this class, you know, the whole thing of biology, or I will teach chapters 1, 3, and 5 of biology, or at this point, probably chapters 10, 12, and 17. And some other parent can do that too. So you could have multiple parents teaching on the same topic, the same subject rather, and they just have different chapters that they're responsible for. If you will volunteer an hour of your day to teaching a class and 7 other parents do that, or 6 other parents do that, you will have been able to provide the education for your children without you having to do all of the education for your children. The teachers in the high school don't teach your child all day long typically. They teach one subject matter all day long. And so you can talk to the parents, get the kids to get their parents' numbers so you can have conversations with them and see who will donate an hour of their time to the general good of the kids. It might be good, it might not be good. It's not forever. It's just for a short time, and it's a way to help your children get back into a routine that makes them feel better and less panicked or sad that they're losing out. And so it provides everybody a safety place to relax and have some normalcy. I think that was all I wanted to talk to you today about the high schoolers. As far as work effort, you give your high schoolers the list of things that they need to do that day. If they're teachers, if the schools are still doing that, phenomenal. If they're not, okay. But you're still going to need some teaching in some of these subjects. Trigonometry, do not come to me for trigonometry. Okay, you can come to me for pre-algebra, you can come to me for algebra, but trigonometry, no. Geometry, maybe. So can I do the other subject matters? Absolutely. Can I do English? Can I do writing? Can I do grammar? Yep. Can I do science? Yep. I know where to look. You know where you can look? You can look online. Google science classes for free. Google biology for free, trigonometry for free. There are people who do this already, have been doing this already. You don't have to do it yourself. You don't want your kid just going out there and saying, okay, I'm going to put you into trigonometry, Sam, and then I'm going to go do my work, and you come back and Sam's been watching TikTok videos. No, because he has his work he needs to get done, and you have given him an accountability sheet to say, this is what you need to get done. When I taught my high schoolers, my kids as high schoolers, I taught for 4 hours, 8 to noon. And I did all these various subject matters. We also were part of a homeschooling group, 2 homeschooling groups actually, where they had some socialization, just hanging out with their friends, doing some activities together, and then doing classes together, and having the various moms and dads teaching these different subject matters. So based on what you can do at home, your kids can get them, they will be happy to tell you, oh, so-and-so's dad is really good at this, or have them ask their friends, what do your parents do? How can they provide? Let's try and do this together. It's amazing what can happen when everyone is on the same team and they have the same goal, making sure that their seniors graduate feeling confident and ready for the next phase of their life, helping the freshmen through juniors just keep moving through the work that they have. But they cannot do this without instruction. So you've got some ideas now for instruction, right? And hopefully you feel educated and empowered and ready to both do your work and help move your kids forward as well. We will talk more about how to homeschool multiple children in the next video. Have a great day.